Vox Ambia is a specialized subsidiary within the group, focusing purely on faxing. So they do mainly corporate faxing using server-based solutions, but also fax to email. Vox Exchange is an IT procurement company within the group, mainly aligned with the Atlantic subsidiary and focusing on all those franchisees. VoIP Telecoms is really a small BE-owned organization within the group. From a group offering perspective, one looks at all the products. We've really split it into 5 segments. We've got in the middle the core data network. So this is really what supplies all the subsidiary companies within the group. And then from there we have voice, data, value-added services, PBX, and faxing. Voice obviously tackles anything to do with VoIP and related services. Data, mainly internet, email, and related services. Value-added services like SMS and telephone management systems. PBXs, we focus a lot on IP telephony. And faxing, inbound, outbound, desktop, and server-based faxing. Now, network marketing, I feel, is one of the best business models in the world today. John Paul Getty, the first billionaire in the world, said, I'd rather have 1% of 100 people's efforts than 100% of my own. So really, what is network marketing? It's about uplifting people, helping them become successful, and naturally by doing that, you're going to become successful yourself. Now, before I get into the meat of what I'm going to discuss with you today, I'm going to ask you a question. Are you in this for short-term gain, or are you in this for long-term retirement annuity income? Now, I want you to think about this hard. Long-term, what is long-term? 2 to 5 years. The question is, are you in this for a short-term profit, or are you in this for a long-term retirement plan? What I mean by long-term, 2 to 5 years. Short-term, what you need to do is focus on customers. In other words, your personal income. Long-term, I suggest do both. Focus on personal customers, but also grow a massive group network. And by leveraging on your group network, you're naturally going to bring in the income that you desire. Now, let's talk about direct selling. Direct selling is really you getting out there, knocking on doors and seeing customers. And doing this, obviously you will maximize the commission that you're going to get. But however, bear in mind it's a day business. In other words, your customers are wanting to see you during the day, not at night. So you need to look at your current situation. Do you have the time? Can you spend it to go out there and get customers? But if you can, yes, you're going to maximize your commission. So, short term, a day business. Do you have the time and get the great financial reward for that? Or long term, build it over a fairly lengthy period and build up your revenue so you can retire. What is your ultimate goal? Network marketing is really to stabilize your monthly income over a long period. In other words, once you've built it up, you never have to work again. That's really what we're looking for. And that's really what is retirement. Retirement has got nothing to do with age. It's got everything to do with money. And you've got to look at what income you need to retire off. The overview of network marketing is really to stabilize your monthly income, maximize your long-term revenue, making you a leader. It creates organic growth and allows you to retire. Short-term, focus, listen and follow. What you put in is what you get out. Long-term, retire and earn a large, stable monthly income. So now we're going to get into the meat of really what I want to discuss with you today. And bear in mind, what I'm going to do here is really just the tip of the iceberg. These are tips that I've gained over the years, and this is really what I want to share with you today. I'm going to touch on what is a goal, dream, and purpose. How do you list prospects? How do you invite those prospects? How do you follow up? Edification, now that's a new word. Building depth, attending meetings, and repeating the process. So let's get started. Dream, goal, purpose. Whatever you do, you need a dream, goal, or a purpose. In actual fact, that is what life's all about. And a lot of that has been taken away from us when we got into adulthood. Remember how you used to dream when you were a little kid? And you had huge dreams. And as you started getting to adulthood, all those dreams you were told, you can't have it, you can never afford it. And I think that needs to be changed dramatically in your life today. Look at holidays. We all like to go on holidays. But when we go on holiday, what do? Do you just sit around and just hope for the best? Or do you create an action plan? And the first thing I think anyone does when they go on holiday is decide where they're going to go to on holiday. And that's really, in essence, what your dream, goal, purpose is all about. Decide where you want to be. Once you've decided where you want to be, like in a holiday, you then work out how you're going to get there. Normally it's by car or by train or by bus or even an aeroplane. And those are the vehicles to get you to your holiday destination. So think about this business in the same light. Have a dream, goal, or purpose. Make that real. Get passionate about your dream. And once you get passionate about your dream, naturally things get you to have that dream or experience or live that dream. So, you may want to pay off your mortgage. You may want to buy a new car. Who wants to retire? Now, I think all of us want to retire. But again, what do you want to retire off? Everyone says, yeah, I want to retire and never have to work again in my life. But what does it mean, retire? How much do you need every month? Retirement really is when you've got enough residual or passive income coming in that exceeds your monthly expenses. Once you have that established, effectively you retire because you don't have to work again in your life. So think about what you want to do and what you want to have. And when you've done that, you've got to treat this business as a fun business. A lot of people think it's too serious and take it too seriously. It's a lot of fun, this business, and you need the fun to keep you going. And that's really the exciting component of that. Bear in mind, there's always that old saying, to eat an elephant, you've got to use bite-sized chunks. It's the same as when you're developing your goal. You may have a whole list of various goals. And to get to and achieve those goals, you need to obviously create milestones to get there. And that's really the same as eating an elephant. To create a matrix of goals, and I suggest sit down with your family, most importantly your spouse, and understand what are their dreams and goals. There's no use you just focusing on yours and forgetting about the rest of your family. So work with your family, work with your children. Remember, they dream bigger than you do. So get them enthused, because at the end of the day, you're going to be working hard to make that a reality. And they need to understand why you're working. So remember, this is a family business. And involve your family members. Once you've set your goals, and I would suggest sitting down with your family, cutting out pictures from a magazine, and putting on a whiteboard and discussing it. And once you've established that, you need to work at how you're going to get there using milestones. I've given an example in the slide here, where work out how much money you need to get to a particular goal. In this case, we've got a car payment, 2,000 Rand a month. A lot of people want to pay off the car as quickly as possible. And I like that because it's a nice, measurable goal to set. In this case, we've got an example of 2,000 Rand a month that pays off a car. At what date do you want to achieve that? And that's quite important. So you'll see the two rows over here. One's what cash do you need every month, and the date that you're going to achieve this. In other words, the car payment, we can achieve the 2,000 Rand monthly payment in a 3-month period. We may want to move that to a 6-month period. Bear in mind, it depends on how hard you're going to work. And that's really what this matrix does. It sets the goals, it sets time frames to achieve those goals. And by doing that, then allows you to work out your activity and how you're going to make it happen. School fees, 6,000 Rand a month. In this case, I want to achieve that over a 6-month period. House payment. Don't we all want to pay off our house as quickly as possible? In this example, a 9,000 Rand a month house, I want to do in an 8-month period. And use that for every single goal that you have. And that makes it so much easier and so much measurable and easy to achieve. So let's look at how you break down goals. Let's assume that you want 25,000 Rand a month to retire off. Now, bear in mind, retirement has got everything to do with your expenses per month, not I want 150,000 rand a month or 200,000. Yes, we all want that. But try and break your goals down to